Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You have crossed the Sirat. Behind you is fear, fire, and darkness. In front of you, a light you have never seen before. You walk with a group of believers, hearts still pounding, until you see them. Gates. Huge, shining, beautiful gates. Beyond them, rivers that don't flood or dry. Trees whose shade stretches for miles. Homes that look like floating pearls. And a breeze that feels like pure mercy on your skin. A call is made. O people of Jannah, you will be healthy and never sick again. You will live and never die again. You will be young and never grow old again. You will be happy and never be sad again. Today's episode is about that first step into Jannah.
In this episode, we'll walk through the moment the gates of Jannah are opened and who enters first. Different groups of people entering paradise. A glimpse of life inside Jannah. Peace, homes, markets, families, and joy. The story of the last person to enter Jannah. A story full of hope. We'll end with a few short lessons on how to live for this moment now. If all the previous episodes were about tests, fear, and standing, this one is about arrival.
Those who cross the Sirat successfully begin to gather in front of the gates of Jannah. There is waiting, but this time, it is not the heavy, fearful waiting of the day of standing. It is like waiting outside your new home. Knowing what is inside is worth every hardship you faced. Among them stands the best of creation, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In authentic narrations, he told us that he will be the first to reach the gate of Jannah. He will knock, and the gatekeeper will ask, "Who are you?" He will reply, "Muhammad." The gatekeeper will say, "You, Muhammad. I have been ordered not to open for anyone before you." Then, the gates open, and for the first time since humans were created, the doors of the eternal home swing wide for the Ummah to enter.
That moment is the answer to every tear shed in sujud, every insult patient believers took, every temptation they walked away from for the sake of Allah.
So when he enters, peace be upon him, we hope to be behind him?
Yes. We ask Allah to let us follow his footsteps not only in dunya, but through the gate of Jannah as part of his ummah.
People will not all enter Jannah in the same way. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us that 70,000 from his ummah, and in some narrations, each with 70,000 more, will enter Jannah without reckoning and without punishment. Who are they? They trust in Allah completely. They avoid certain types of superstitious practices. They do not seek haram forms of healing, and they rely on their Lord with pure tawakkul. They go straight through, no long questioning, no punishment, the doors opening wide for them. Other groups come after them. Some enter with their faces shining like the full moon, some like the brightness of stars. Some enter quickly, some after a time of cleansing from their sins. Then there are those our Prophet, peace be upon him, intercedes for, people who deserved punishment but are forgiven and allowed to enter.
So even among the people of Jannah, there are levels. Some rush to Allah in dunya. Some walked slowly, some crawled, and Allah welcomes them according to how they came to him.
Is there anyone who enters last, like after everyone else?
Yes, and his story gives one of the most hopeful pictures in our religion. There is a famous hadith about the last man to leave the fire and enter Jannah. He will come out of Jahannam crawling, burned, exhausted, terrified. He has seen more fear than we can imagine. He will move slowly away from the fire and say, relieved, "Praise be to Allah who saved me from you. Allah has given me something he did not give to the first and the last." He thinks he is the luckiest person ever just to be saved from the fire. Then Allah will speak to him and say, in meaning, wish. The man will be shy but hopeful. He will start asking for things, a home, a garden, this, that. Each time he asks, Allah will grant him his wish, then say, "And I will give you more." He keeps wishing until he can't think of anything else to ask for. Then Allah will say to him something like, "You will have that, and 10 times more like it." The man will be amazed and say, "Are you making fun of me, and you are the Lord of the worlds?" And the Prophet, peace be upon him, smiled when telling this part. This man is the last to enter Jannah, the lowest level, and yet, his Jannah is better than a kingdom of kings in this world, multiplied many times.
If that is the last and lowest person in Jannah, what about the ones who prayed daily, who gave sadaqah, who guarded their tongues, who tried their best to obey Allah? What about the ones near the top?
So even the one who just barely makes it ends up with more than he can imagine?
Yay, that more than I imagined.
Yes, this is the mercy of Allah. Jannah is not a small reward. It is beyond our imagination, for the best and even for the weakest believer who finally comes out of the fire.
Now let's step, very carefully, into descriptions of Jannah, knowing that whatever we say is still limited. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us that in Jannah there is what no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and what has never crossed the heart of a human being. That means even our imagination cannot reach its reality, but Allah gave us small glimpses so we can long for it. Gardens beneath which rivers flow, not rivers that destroy, but rivers of pure water, milk that never spoils honey, and drinks more delicious than anything here, homes made of bricks of gold and silver, with cement of musk, tiny pebbles of pearls and rubies, and dust of saffron, a tree so huge that if a rider travels in its shade for 100 years, he still would not cross it. No pain, no sickness, no death, no headaches, no sadness, no jealousy, no hatred, only pure hearts. Families who were righteous are reunited. Children who died young are returned to their believing parents. Friends who loved each other for Allah's sake meet under real shade this time, by real rivers, with no fear that the moment will end.
There is a narration that people of Jannah will visit a weekly market, not to buy and sell, but to meet, to see their status raised, to become even more beautiful, and then return to their families shining even brighter. There is no boredom in Jannah. Every moment is better than the one before it.
So you don't get tired of happiness?
Never. In dunya, even things we love get tiring after a while. Food, holidays, games, even good news. In Jannah, you never get tired, never feel, I'm bored now. Allah creates new joys, new surprises, new beauties, forever. One of the most beautiful scenes. After the people of Jannah settle, a caller calls out, O people of Jannah, indeed for you is life, and you will never die. For you is health, and you will never be sick. For you is youth, and you will never grow old. For you is pleasure, and you will never be sad again. Imagine hearing that, knowing it is eternal. No worry about losing your house, your loved ones, your money, your status. No fear of someone taking it away. No fear of your own heart changing. Just pure, safe joy.
Every injustice that happened in dunya is forgotten there. Every pain becomes like a dream that fades. If a person dipped once into Jannah and asked, "Did you ever suffer?" they would say, "No, by Allah, I never experienced hardship," because the happiness is so deep, it erases every scar.
Let's keep the lessons short and clear. Jannah is real, not a fairy tale. It's more real than the phone in your hand. Treat it like a real destination. Plan for it, save for it, work for it. The road to Jannah starts with the basics. 5 daily prayers, halal income, truthful speech, good character, kindness to parents. You do not need to be perfect, but you need to be sincere and consistent. Never despair. If the last man to enter Jannah, who came out of the fire crawling, ends up with 10 times the world and more, then what about someone who repents sincerely today and tries to change? Make Jannah part of your daily dua. Say, O Allah, I ask you for Jannah and everything that brings me close to it, and I seek refuge in you from the fire and everything that brings me close to it. If you ask Allah for Jannah again and again, you are telling him, this is what I want more than dunya.
Today we walked through the most hopeful doorway in the entire series, the gates of Jannah opening, the Prophet, peace be upon him, entering first, the groups of believers entering, the last man who crawled from the fire, and a small glimpse of the life that never ends.
In the next episode, we will complete this journey by looking at the reality of hellfire for those who rejected guidance, the difference between temporary punishment and eternal punishment, and how Allah's justice and mercy are both perfectly shown in the final home of each soul. We study Jannah to hope and Jahannam to wake up.
O Allah, do not make us taste the fire even for a moment.
And make us from those who enter Jannah with your mercy, behind your beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
And everyone watching, please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Jazakallah khair.